Hello guys, welcome to this video. So in this video I will show you how to enable your web camera and show it inside your React.js application without using the Navigator API. So by default browser has a Navigator API that you can use directly inside JavaScript, but in React.js there is a specific package that allows you to show all your web cameras inside the select field. So if you are developing some kind of camera application, you can use this package inside React.js to show all the user webcam. So when the user loads their application, they will be allowed to enable the permission for loading their web camera, and inside their select field they will see all your web camera. So you can see in my case these are all my cameras available to me, and here in from the select field I can toggle this. I can change to this camera, this camera. So we have multiple cameras available. So from this package I can toggle and shift to whatever camera that I want to in different qualities as well. So by default when I load the application, my camera will load the default camera and you can see my face. The camera feed is showing. So all this will be coming from this specific package, which is if you go to npmjs.com, it's specifically designed for React.js application. And if you just search for this package, it is called as React Vision Camera. So React Vision Camera, this is actually the name of the package. If you just search for it, this is actually the command here. I've already installed it. It's almost got a fairly new package, 324 downloads. So I will show you step by step example how to use it. So just make a simple functional component, and after this we need to import this module. So you'll simply say import and vision camera, and it will be coming from React Vision Camera. So it's the size of this package is 10 kilobytes. So we are importing this component vision camera, and now we just need to have some kind of preset resolution. We will declare this variable. So here you will be holding a simple object, an array here, and inside this array of objects you will have different labels in which resolution you want your camera. I will give all the source code in the description. So if you need the full source code, you can go to the video description. So we have declared this variable preset resolution. So it's an array of objects. Each object is containing the quality here. If you see, the width is 1080p, which is 1920 by 180. Then we have the full HD, which is 1280 by 720, and then we have 640 by 480. So we are holding the resolutions in different qualities. We have declared this variable. Now we inside our functional component, we need to declare some state variables. So for the camera activation, we have a variable active set is active, which will be a boolean parameter. We'll be using the useState hook. Initial value will be true. So whenever you load your application, the camera will be switched on. And then we have the variable for pausing the camera. So again, this will be a boolean parameter. Initial value will be false. Then for showing the cameras of the user, we will have a variable which will be an array. So initial value will be an empty array. So inside this we will be loading all the cameras of the user, and then we have the selected camera label. So whatever camera the user select, inside this variable we will simply store it, the label of that camera, and initial value once again use state will be nothing. And then the desired camera in whichever quality that the user want. We have declared these three resolutions. So whatever quality that they select, for this also we need to declare a variable use state, and initial value will be founder. So initial value here will be founder, and after this we again will be having the desired resolution, in which resolution the user want to select their camera. So again we having this variable use state, and here you need to specify an object here which contains the width of the camera by 1280, and the height is 720. So we have specifying the resolutions right here. So when you load your application, the camera will be width and height like this. And lastly, a variable for holding the current resolution of the camera like this. And for this use state will be nothing. So, and then we again need to attach two reference for the resolution. We will have use the useRef hook. Initial value will be null, and second variable for the camera selection. So we have another variable camera selection, and we'll be using the useRef again. One reference for the actual camera and one reference for the actual resolution. So we have declared these two variables. Now we need to go to the JSX. So right here, wherever you need to select this component, we will actually have some classes as well. Just I will just define this class in the CSS file. So container, and inside this you will have another div which will have a class name of uh, barcode scanner. Again, inside this div we will have a class of vision. So all these classes that we are defining, guys, I will define it in the CSS file, so don't worry about it. And now this is the actual component that we imported early on. If you see vision camera, so as soon as you embed this component, if you refresh your application, so what happens is that your camera will be switched on, because you can see it is essentially using my camera. It has been turned on. So now to actually show the camera feed, we do need to pass some options to this component. The very first option it takes is active. We need to activate this. It takes in Boolean parameters. So we are actually passing the value here of the variable. Is pause also a Boolean parameter. If you want to pause it, again be passing this value for is pause, which is essentially false. And the desired camera, here you need to specify, yeah, passing all these variables that we declared, and desired resolution also, and whichever resolution that you want, you will pass this variable. And then we have some callback functions. So whenever the camera is opened, we will define this function on opened function, and whenever the camera is closed, this callback function will be executed on closed. And on device list loaded, so whenever you need to show all the cameras of the user, I will show it inside this callback function. So these are the three functions: when the camera is opened, when the camera is closed, and when you want to show the list of the user cameras. So now we just need to define these three callback functions right here. So one by one I will define it. So first function is that on device list loaded, and it will contain the devices automatically passed to it, so I can just console log it. Then the second function will be on closed. When you close the camera, what happens? And then whenever you open the camera, so we have this function on opened. So right here inside on open function, we pass the actual camera and the camera label. So these two variables automatically pass in, and here we can simply console log a simple line. You see we have binded this function on opened. So right here we will just write a simple console log line that camera opened, and then set the current resolution to camera dot width of the camera. We can get easily like this, and this will be value inside X, and then camera dot video height. So that's all, and then we use the set selected camera label, which will be the actual camera label. So if you just refresh now, so what happens is that if you go to console and just see, it basically opens the camera and also shows the list of devices on my system. So we have 10 cameras available to us. Now we just need to show it in a select field. So each camera has some information, which is device ID. This is the label of the camera. And now we just need to show this information in the HTML so the user can see that information in the select field. So right here, first of all, we need to define the classes. So I will just import my CSS file. So I will just also attach the CSS code as well. So inside my app.css, you will see all the classes I have declared it. So I will give the link in the description. You can see all these classes have been styled. I've just given a width and height to the camera. So just you need to give it, and now you will be able to see your camera appearing. So this is my web feed. You can see my picture appearing right here in the camera feed. So in this way you can show your camera, and now we just need to simply show the select field as well in the HTML. So I will just go to the app.jsx file, and just after this component we will have another div tag, and inside this you will have your select field, and inside this select field you basically give first of all the reference. So reference will be the resolution select, and here the value will be the current resolution, and we'll bind this on change event handler. So whenever you change the camera, we will execute this function on resolution selected. So I will just define this function. So whenever you change the resolution of the camera, we will have all these choices available to us. So we will simply say option, and the actual value, which will be the current resolution, which is contained inside the variable. So we will have this option, and then we will loop through basically inside this curly bracket, inside this variable preset resolutions, and we will map through each resolution, and it will have its idx variable as well. So like this. So for each resolution we will create this option tag, and I will just attach this key parameter, and id will be attached to the key, and then the actual value of the camera. So resolution dot value dot width, and just multiply this by the height, and resolution dot value dot height. So this will, the label will be contained inside this variable, which is resolution dot label. Label is nothing but the camera name. So now if you see in your application, there is select field will get added, and you will see all these options available to us. So now we need to just define this function on resolution selected. I think on resolution selected we haven't on resolution selected. So I haven't defined this function. So on resolution selected, I will just define this function. So whenever you change the value, you will get the width. So whatever resolution that you select, I will just make it the inside the state. So whatever resolution that you select, we call this function set desired resolution. We pass the width and the height, and it will change the camera resolution as well. So if you change to 1920 by, the resolution will get changed. So I've given all the source code guys in the description. So you also will see these select field. Now it will actually show all your cameras which are there inside your system. Apart from that, we also get these two buttons. If you want to stop your camera, it will stop the web camera feed. Again, you can click the start button to start the camera feed, and you can click the pause to pause the camera feed, and again you can play it. So in this way you can interact with your camera directly by using this package inside React.js, which is React Vision Camera. So I've shown you a complete example. And thank you very much guys for watching this video, and do check out my website as well, freemediatools.com, which contains thousands of tools regarding audio, video and image. And I will be seeing you guys in the next video.